Across the continent of Greater Banya, peoples of all walks of life share a common sense. A sense that something is approaching. What it is remains a secret to most, but they can feel it. Rumors of sickness spread in the south. A mountain flies in the west. An army of living flame marches through the desert sands, leaving a line of glass as their trodden path. Yes, these are the troubles set to welcome a god into this world. Behelit, the lidless eye, god of the searing light. She approaches and will not be deterred. However, a few know of her coming and prepare. A deadly and cunning thief, a champion of the mountain tribes, a cleric of chaos, a brilliant artificer, and a scarred soul whose past is catching up with him. Can these individuals save the rest? Can they kill a god? Can they save their friend? Can they each finally find a home? Let us together read the final chapters of these heroes. Hello, everyone, and welcome to Goats and Dragons, the stream where Hufflecoat Gaming plays Dungeons and Dragons, a game of shared storytelling where I didn't come up with one tonight.
Try to avoid saying you're going to kill your friends.
Evidently try that. I don't know what's happening tonight. You guys chased away the only lead you had, so we'll see.
Hey, excuse me. First of all, fuck you. We were being nice. We were going to let him sit on and punch Burbage, and he just ran away.
Right.
We'll
and you
get to
tried
that.
to watch. God, yeah, I'm going to need a recap because it's been a while.
Yeah. So anyway, I'm Andrew Gilbert, he, him, but tonight I'm your friendly neighborhood dungeon master, and I'm not alone. With me, as always, is Galway playing the tiefling sorcerer Charity.
Hey everybody, my name's Galway, pronouns he, him, his, and I play Calor Charity the family, whose pronouns are also he, him, his.
Adam playing the halfling rogue Burbage Kemp.
Hi all, yes, my name is Adam, my pronouns are he, him, or they, them. And I'm playing Burbage Camp, whose pronouns are he, him, his.
Lena playing the Goliath Barbarian. Stormbringer.
Hi, my pronouns are she, her, and Stormbringer's pronouns are also she, her.
Rachel playing the Gnomish Artificer Clem.
Hi, I'm Rachel, and I play Clem, and we're both she, her, hers. And I don't have a camera tonight because it's in a mislabeled box somewhere in my house. So you'll just have to imagine what I look like.
And Darcy playing the Tiefling Cleric Akari.
Jesus Christ. I'm Darcy. They, them pronouns, and Hikari is she, her, she, hers pronouns. I don't know.
Excellent. And before we get into tonight's story, a couple announcements. We are, first of all, live recording this on Twitch. And thank you for watching if you're on Twitch right now. If you're in our podcast, hey, you can join us on twitch.tv/helpfulgoat for all of these live things we do. We're also affiliate on Twitch, which means you're able to cheer and subscribe to us. And anyone who has Amazon Prime, you have Prime Gaming, which means that you're able to subscribe for free through that. And it's really easy to get those accounts linked up. And then it's just clicking a button whenever you want to subscribe. It's free, and it absolutely helps us out quite a lot. So this is the recording of the podcast Goats and Dragons, but we have a couple other amazing podcasts. Helpful Goat Presents is another podcast feed where we play one shots, shorter campaigns, and lately we've been playing through Galway's World of Tyr in shorts and short campaigns and one shots, and that's going really well, and I'm excited to play because I get to play every once in a while as a player, not a DM. And that's going really well too. And we also have Dom and Dragons, the podcast where we played D&D with actor Dominic Monaghan of Hobbit fame, which was really, really fun. And right now, if you're on Twitch, you can type !merch to get any of our Helpful Goat merch. We got a lot of really cool stuff in there. You can type !KO-FI, and that gets you our coffee page where you can just kind of help support us and the channel so that we can keep making good content and have the ability to make sure people have mics and the editing stuff that we need to continue to do this. And if you like us and maybe even want to play with us sometimes, you can type !Discord in the chat, and that'll get you linked up to our main community hub where we play games on Discord. Rachel reads to us. We watch movies every once in a while. And like this month, every once in a while, we pull from people in our Discord to play in games streamed on the Discord itself or on Twitch. So if any of that sounds fun, or you just want to hang out with us and talk to us and, be a cool person, then please join the Discord. Also, we have !donate. And Galway, would you mind speaking on that for a moment?
Yeah, right now the donate command continues to be a list of resources with ways you can help support safe legal abortions as healthcare, which are under threat in America right now. So please, if you can, if you have the time, the energy, the emotional resources, the financial resources, take a look, check that out, and we would appreciate it very much.
Excellent, thanks. And I believe we have a poem from Chelsea even. Would anyone like to check out what that is and read it?
That's a way to put it.
I said what I said.
I can read it. Suspicious events of mayhem and delight, cake, doom lilies, self-talks, moms, and eyes that glow white. Once again, Meepis has proven he's an awful git. A little fire would greatly benefit him, we all must admit. A loving thank you for these incredible adventures and for all that you do. Much love, Fates of Ryn crew. Stream can see and hear you.
Oh,
Beautiful.
Chelsea, thank you
Thank
so
you,
much.
Chelsea.
You're the best. And stay safe. And
Yes.
everyone in, Florida as well. Thank you very much. So, with that, I think my dog is making a bed on the floor. And we will begin tonight's episode of Goats and Dragons.
Dun, 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 dun.
I still hear 8-Bit Hero every time Andy finishes that line. I've been like,
Wait, is it
conditioned.
8-Bit Hero? There's something called Call to Adventure at some point too.
That's on the holding screen.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
That's what I call our hold music for our starting in our BRB. I usually I'm like, hold music.
Previously on Goats and Dragons, The Fates of Ryn, the family confronted Meepis, who did stab one of the members of the family, sure, but also didn't remember any of the rest of the family except Burbage. And this character agreed to help the family get into the city, but his normal smuggling route had caved in, and he knew of another, but needed a key to get through an old temple and into the underground tunnels of the city. This key lay with a rich merchant named Larim Pontsmythe. Upon considering the proposal, the family felt Meepis was using them to get something from the manor of Pontsmythe. And as the night closes in, Meepis agrees to set out in the morning with them to find another way into the city. Stormbringer goes with Meepis to make sure he's not going to run or something, and the rest of the family run into an old acquaintance of Akari's, her mother, Betty. Betty is a bit curvy and entirely lovely. She instantly insists that everyone come and stay at her place tonight, which most of them do, other than Stormbringer, who is looking after Meepis, and I'm sure is going swimmingly. They talk and catch up a little bit and play with some of the children in Betty's house. They have a few sweets. As they go to sleep, Charity is confronted with the other Charity, connected somehow through time and space, and yet it seems like both of them have made their way to Federo. Charity left that interaction with a phrase from the clone that said, "I'll race you to it." In the morning, if we get there, which we'll talk about in a second, but in the morning, everyone awakes, eats some breakfast. Stormbringer, though, it awakes enraged as sometime throughout the night, Meepis has snuck out. And Stormbringer is now alone in an empty room with the group's only lead to break into the city, now misplaced. We will start there in a moment, but perhaps first we should ask a very important question. And that is Burbage and Clem. You had talked about going out into the night and mixing it up and getting into trouble and that sort of thing. What did end up happening?
Yes, we decided not to go. We decided to be good.
Yes.
And to not go do the thing. But we
Not-
decided to go out.
So
Fair.
Andy's proposing this, describing this as if it's just contextless D&D shenanigans.
Right.
And that is inaccurate. There is
Sure.
rhyme and reason here.
It is.
So, I mean, initially, yes, Burbage was suggesting to Clem in the middle of the night, leaning over her figure in hushed whispers while everyone slept. Did propose maybe we should go check out this that Pontsmythe guy's place, maybe do this mission for Meepis. But yes, we were good and decided we're not going to do that mission.
Yeah, we had a whole meaningful conversation and everything.
Yeah. But also, Burbage saw the previous evening when they were at Betty's
Yeah,
house?
don't we have something weird about her suitor?
Well, Harold, this guy came to the door, and just as he was leaving, just as the door was closing, his eyes glue white, much like that creepy Slender Man figure that we saw in the other realm when we were outside of Federo, which was creepy. And then let me turn off that.
It sounded like a tugboat.
How'd you guess? There's a tugboat in my room. And then, Clem's eyes glue white, just as Burbage was suggesting, like, well, maybe we don't go out to explore the Pontsmythe side quest, but we should at least go try to find that Harold guy.
Oh, and then Andy was just trying to fuck with you. Maybe he wasn't, because did something else happen inside my brain, Andy? I can't remember.
Earlier, Charity had done something to make sure that
we didn't go, because otherwise the guy in my head was going to make us go, or make me go anyway.
That's right. Yeah.
Charity cast command to keep the voice in Clem's head from making her do Meepis' task. That was earlier. So anyway, and yeah, maybe it's Andy fucking with us. I don't know. Burbage definitely doesn't know. And he's suggested that we go investigate that Herald guy, because he might be connected to the glowing eyes slender man creepy stranger. And then Clem's eyes glow, and Burbage takes that as a sign that yes, indeed, we must go out into the night. Something is afoot. For the podcast listeners, Galway and Lena are desperately shaking their heads and raising their hands up to the sky in torment.
How
Yeah.
is that the interpretation?
It's a sign that the glowing eyes are like things is something to follow. It's a sign that, like, yes, there is something going on with these glowing eyes, and so
Yeah. Perfect. Yeah.
But instead of investigating Clem, you're going to investigate.
oh,
Anyway.
you know Burbage
Backed
He
up
is
only by Clem.
he is going out with Clem, and he's investigating Clem and the whole world at the same time.
Also-
I love it.
Also, just before we engage in this, I just also have to say, yes, these glowing white eyes, which remind me of the Slender Man figure that we fucking plane hopped to get away from. That is what I must follow. No, at no point did we think we should follow those.
Well, Burbage is feeling like he could contribute some value to the adventure by doing some. It's not recognizance; it's reconnaissance. Some reconnaissance, and he's cognizant of the potential dangers. He was just as creeped out by the guy, a Slenderman guy, as anybody else, but he's brave. He's a brave halfling.
It's true, he is brave. And we'll see.
You're gonna get turned into an actual burbag.
And he won't be alone. He's got the other voice in Clem's head to keep him company in case Clem gets all weird.
Exactly.
Also true. So,
Always like, what? Like, it's elevated even more. Like, the voice is company in case Clem gets weird?
so the two of you step out of the nice, warm, though small and humble, place of Hikari's mother. Charity getting a little reading in and nodding off. Hikari spending a little bit time with her mother and the children. But the two of you, where would you like to go? Round 11 or so in the evening.
I know about this Herald guy.
You knew that he came by earlier.
Oh, yes, but Burbage is trying to recall back to
Yes.
that moment of the door and to remember, was Harold wearing like some kind of sign that says I live at this place?
Give me a retroactive perception check to see if you noticed anything.
I'll do that. And I'm going to use my expert perception.
Ooh.
Ooh.
21.
21. With a 21, he seemed to be dressed fairly nicely, though his cloak was quite worn. You believe from this that maybe he got dressed up to come over to bed at ease, but threw on an old cloak because it's quite cold out. Other than that, yeah. Not much else stands out about the gentleman. He's quite forgetful.
Here's a question.
Yes.
Where are we?
You are in Eastwild,
Yeah.
which is a section of Federo outside the walls on the southeast side.
All right, I should have asked that first.
So in Eastwild, there is this. It's a small community, though several places have been burned down recently. Even still smoking this morning when you got here. There's a lot of unrest.
How
Yes.
good is Randolph at sniffing and following somebody?
Not
What kind of a hound dog
incredibly
is he?
good. Yeah.
Let's not forget you also have Randolph for company.
Yeah.
Yeah, yes,
Sure.
Randolph, great. Burbage is so comforted by that. How about this? All right, I have a retroactive idea. Perhaps.
Let's go back further in time.
Yes. So,
The last time we were in
Federo.
Federo.
The sense that we got was that Harold is a client of Ray John, correct?
Probably.
That's the feeling we got, yeah.
Yes, well, perhaps Akari's mother has an office where she keeps records of her Johns and where they live.
Of course, everybody loves that kind of detail kept about them.
What's
So
more?
as you step outside, you and Clem, and you stand there a second, both in silence, looking around as to where to go. You then get this idea. Possibly, yeah. Do you want to go back inside and look around a bit?
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, let's search around her place. We could be. Can you help? Maybe you could be. Well, the hard part is that you're good with the sneaks and I'm good with the looking. How do we?
Right. Okay. Well, maybe we should split up.
That sounds the safest.
Maybe. So, Clem, how are you feeling right now? Are you feeling at all
I'm hungry.
slender? Oh, hungry!
No, I don't think anybody's ever described me as that in my life.
But are you
I'm-
feeling slender or mannish?
I mean, the beard helps with the mannish feeling, but I'm pretty stocky.
Right.
I might turn slender if I don't get something to fucking eat soon, though.
Yeah, all right. Well, maybe I'll go back inside quick, just for a quick look over, see if I can find any records on Harold's whereabouts. And you could find some food for yourself to eat, maybe.
That seems like a large area of splitting up that I don't know if that's the best choice.
All right, well, let's just hurry up. You just wait here. Don't do anything weird. I'll be right back. I'm just going to sneak really sneakily inside, and I'm going to look for an office.
And I'm gonna just, as when he starts to leave, in my free time, I've been practicing dancing with Randolph, and so I'm gonna just keep doing that.
Oh, lovely. So you start a little jig with Randolph. You don't notice Harold crossing the street ahead of you. And Burbage, you slip inside.
So I will say, retroactively, Burbage, earlier in the evening, like while we were all hanging out, he would have...
When I was level 5,
No, I think it makes total sense that Burbage would at least have like kept his eyes peeled and gotten a sense of like the layout of this house. So he knows, is there some kind of office or a room where like some paperwork might be kept?
Possibly the only other room that you haven't been in yet in this small place is Betty's bedroom.
I've been everywhere else?
Yes.
And there was no paper?
No.
Oh.
There were crayon drawings, essentially, on some parchment.
I want to sneak into a mom's room.
Too late. You're gonna find her vibrator.
As you come back in, she kind of is over by the kitchen, seemingly pulling some cupcakes out of the oven, putting them up.
Yeah, sure. Change of plans.
Burbage, hello. Did you want any of the cupcakes I just made?
Oh, hello, Akari's mother. Yeah, I'll take a couple of cupcakes.
Oh, delightful. Why don't you take one more? There you go.
One more than two?
Yes, 3.
All right, that's a few. If you give me another, there'll be several.
I like you.
Are you going to give me another? Or are we stopping at 3?
No.
Oh, all right.
There
Okay.
need to be enough for the rest, but
So, Betty,
yes.
I'm curious about that. The gentleman who stopped by earlier. What was his name? Harold?
Harold, yes, Harold. Lovely man. Lovely man.
What?
Shame what happened to his wife.
Oh, what happened to his wife?
It was a shame. Shame, shame, shame.
You've said that, yes. What is the nature
Yes.
of the shame?
Ankeg. Ankeg. Out of nowhere. Bloop. Took a ride off.
Took her off?
Took her off.
Like, took her away?
Off in the distance, yes.
Distance? Where? The distance of where?
Guess I wasn't there. No, I don't know.
Well, where does Harold live? Where were they when this pancake came and took his wife?
He lives on the north side by the wall.
The north side by the wall.
Yes.
Many pancakes up there.
No. Never seen one myself.
I've never seen an pancake, but
No.
have you ever milked one?
Certainly not.
Damn. There's a mystery here. Something
Is there?
tantalizing and appealing that I've been drawn to, that I've been searching for answers to for many days.
Well,
So I'm going to go look for those answers. Betty, about pancakes.
fair enough. You and Clem, be careful now. All right?
Oh, trust me, Betty.
People
Careful.
are on edge.
Yeah, sure. Careful is our middle name.
Okay.
Are you going to ask me about that?
Nope.
Because
Yep.
Clem and I have like a shared middle name of Careful.
Interesting.
You're not going to... Okay, all right. Well, I'll take these cupcakes. And it's
Okay.
you're great, Betty.
You're not going to ask her where he lives, or?
I did.
Oh, I'm paying attention.
Thank you,
Distracted by
Burbage.
the
And
egg stuff.
thank you. And at this, you take your hands and kind of pat him. Thank you for watching over Hikari. She doesn't make friends easily.
Oh, of course. I'll pat her hands back.
There was a young boy, Clarence, I believe his name was. She bit him.
Yeah, that checks out.
Yep. Anyway, thank you.
Oh, yeah, Betty, yeah.
Yes.
One more thing. What does Harold do for a living in the East Wild? I'm trying to get a sense of, our adventure might very well end here. And if that's the case, I'm going to have to find a new occupation, and I'm just going to get a sense of, what do people do in Eastwild?
Oh, sure. Oh, sure. You're asking a lot of questions about
Just 3 so
Harold.
far. I think that's 3.
Yeah,
Same
that's-
number as the number of cupcakes.
Sure.
You give me another.
No. Like the questions, I think we've had enough.
Yes, after this, we'll have had enough. Oh, no. Yeah.
I'm sorry? You were saying?
What you were saying?
I was going to say.
No, what you were about to
I was-
say.
I-
You-
I was
Yeah.
just going to say, Harold did some trading in Federo. I'm afraid he's been out of work lately. Since we cannot go in.
Can't go in, and his wife was taken by an pancake.
Oh, that was years ago.
Oh, okay. All right, well, bye.
Bye.
Wow.
Odd.
Well,
Odd young man. Old man.
all right. Burbage walks back out to Clem. Are they still dancing?
Yes.
Ugh.
Wow.
Andy,
Well-
are you gonna have
well-
them do a performance roll or what?
Not for you. They're dancing for the love of it, like no one's watching. All right? Let them have
All right.
this.
Okay. Hey, Clem, I didn't realize that we were having a whole little party. But if you're
Oh, I'm
hungry,
sorry, I didn't realize you didn't like fun.
I like fun. I just right now it's about business.
You told me
Here
to wait out here.
I did. Yes, here are some cupcakes. One for me, one for you, and one for what's his name? Randall.
Randolph doesn't have a digestive system.
Actually, he has
didn't-
several.
He has several digestive
None of them
systems.
hooked up.
He doesn't have a working digestive system.
Okay, well, I'll save this third cupcake for later, but you said you were hungry,
Or we
so
could
here.
just split it. Yeah.
No, let's save it.
For
Have you ever
Harold's?
heard... maybe. Have you ever heard of the phrase, Chekhov's cupcake? Yeah, it might be just a dye field thing.
It might be the poison you need later.
This third one might be poisonous. It might come in useful. But these first two, let's eat them. I'm sure they're fine. Hikari's mother made them in the middle of the night.
Aren't we like distrustful of her right now?
Hikari's mother, who we just met.
Can
Who's
I
the mother of a demon?
Can I investigate this here cupcake to see if anything seems fucky about it, Auntie?
Do you want to smell it, or do you want to look at it over and take it apart and peel back the layers?
Both of these things.
Give me an investigation.
Uh, 22.
That's a damn fine cupcake.
All right, I'll eat it.
It tastes delicious.
Out of curiosity, I'm sorry, I just burped. I don't know if that came on mic. And purely out of curiosity, not out of any kind of desire to metagame or anything like that.
Sure.
Where is Stormbringer? Where is the room that Stormbringer is staying in?
You don't know. Meepis took Stormbringer away on his own.
Oh. All right, fine. Well, Clem, I discovered in my search of the house Hikari's mother, and I talked to her, and I discovered that Harold lives on the north side of Eastwild by the wall. So let's go there.
I don't know where the fuck we are, so I'll just follow you, I guess.
Yeah, it's fine.
Remember, I never... Okay, yeah, let's just go.
All right. So the three
We're
of you.
being perceptive while we go, Andy. You can't surprise us with anything.
Okay. What was your
Oh,
perception roll?
perceptive?
No? Let's give you a perception roll.
You want a new perception roll?
Yeah.
31.
31. Okay.
18 for me, but...
The 31 is also a nat 20.
Oh,
Jesus.
damn.
Good point. Go away. Thank you. And that I'm looking for signs of Harold, signs of danger, signs of Behelit, signs
Yeah.
of Meepis, signs of everything.
At one point, Burbage, you are kind of turned about. The buildings are a little taller and thinner here. You actually scurry up a drain pipe and head onto a roof at one point. And you are unnerved at the lines of fire that stretch in the distance to the north, that curve around to the northeast, and that even seem to be closing in a bit further east of here. The glow from these, what almost seem like lines of torches if you didn't know any better, lights up the low cloud cover in dark orange. But you also see a man, nice top hat, much like Harold's, walking through the cold snow and the biting wind, heading north toward the wall. Not many people are in the streets, but this dapper gentleman seems to be.
The line of torchlight, is that something that we've seen before, or is it the same as the kind of whatever it was, right? There's something.
You've seen something similar a great further distance away, when after your battle with Formidian, You saw this a line of fire sort of snaking through the desert, miles and miles and miles away, on the very edge of the horizon. This is much closer, but of course you are on a different. You are much closer to where that was.
We've teleported
Yeah,
much closer.
This might be an arm of that fire army.
Which we understand to be a fire army, correct?
This is what you believe. Yes, you've heard about it. You've been warned about it at this point. This is probably it.
So the fire army is nearing Federo.
Yes.
And
yeah.
from the distance that Burbage is kind of seeing, like what at this rate, how soon will it be at Federo?
I mean, if these are fire elementals and march all night, tomorrow.
Okay. Shit, that's a problem. Oh shit, it's a herald. That immediately takes priority. Fuck. All right, Burbage.
The gentleman stops, bends over, and looks to be talking to a crow on the ground. And then he stands up and he tips his hat to it, continues walking on. The crow flies away.
Message cantrip, Clem. Do you see what I see?
Do you see what I see?
Clem, message cantrip, Clem.
Clem's paying attention.
Rachel's probably like
Muted?
paying attention to her
Yeah.
baby.
Muted?
No,
Yeah.
I'm muted, and I responded, and I was like, why didn't anybody say anything back? I'm eating dinner, and so I muted myself, so you're not listening to me eat breakfast burrito, and then, yeah.
Gotcha.
Fair.
This is what happens. You don't have fucking cameras. You can't see that I'm talking at nothing. Okay. I said, you're on the fucking roof. I'm on the ground. No, I can't see what you see.
So the herald is out of her like line of sight. I'm
Correct.
seeing it
Yeah.
on the other side of the building. All right, I'm directing Clem, like using the metaphor of a clock.
Okay.
Like
Clem,
Right.
pick a direction that's 12 for you.
I'm going to say that it's not the direction that Burbage thinks is the
Maybe.
God damn it. No, but Burbage can tell. Burbage knows where Clem is. Burbage sees where the guy is, and Burbage is going to direct Clem like, Harold is, go around the corner, and you should see him to the left or whatever. That kind of shit.
Sure. He's directing you. Do you pursue?
Oh, yeah.
All right. So you and Randolph pursue. You going stealthily or just quickly?
No, I'm trying to walk casually.
Casually, I see. So you're making your way, and you turn around the corner, and you see a man walking.
I'm gonna drink a flight potion just for funsies.
Oh, okay.
It's one of my ones that'll go away at the end of the day anyway if I don't use it. So
yeah. So you drink a potion of
so
flight.
I can fly if I need to.
Excellent. Yeah. And you turn around the corner, and the man does appear to be walking. He's walking into an area that is Main Street still, but there are no more hanging lanterns. This looks like a part of town that's been a little bit more burnt, and that sort of thing.
I'm gonna kind of like walk in front of him and like trip in front of him.
You'd have to catch up. He's walking away from you. Yeah.
Okay, well then I'll catch up, Andy.
So you start running as fast as you can at this guy to get in front of him.
No.
And then stop and tie your shoe.
How far is he?
He's like 50 to 70 yards ahead of you.
Is he a quick man?
He's walking briskly. It's a cold night.
Okay, what if I fly behind him to catch up?
You'll go way slower.
Oh, fuck, you're right. My flight speed is so slow. I try to do that and realize I'm actually losing ground, and
Yeah,
so
it's quicker to run through a foot of snow. Yeah.
and I'm
Where
gonna message Cantrip Burbage, Jesus, Burbage, and I'm gonna say, what do you want? Should I catch up with him? Should I? What do you want me to do?
What where did that crow? The crow flew off?
Flew off to the south then, yeah. And you guys are kind of heading north.
Okay. Yeah, no, just message Cantrip Clem. I don't have a plan. You should make your best bird sound. Try to draw him to you with your best impression of a crow or raven.
That sounds why.
Think he likes birds.
I'm just gonna point the wand of tears at his back.
Oh,
Okay. All right, let me get a roll in.
I like that in place of a plan, this is just a series of like very, very brief improv scenes stacked end to end.
He stops for a second in the middle of the street. Kind of looks around a bit. Are you trying to hide? Or just casually be...
Casually walking.
So you're
Chill.
just casually strutting right through the street.
Me and
With
Randolph.
your wand out.
With your wand out now.
No, I put it away quickly before he turned around.
Okay. He looks back toward you.
And Randolph.
And Randolph. And kind of tilts his head just a little bit. And then continues on.
And I'll say, good evening.
Talking to me? What did you say? There's still a great distance between you and me.
I said good evening. You turned around and looked at me, so I thought you might want some company.
What?
And now I run forward, just run on my little legs.
You should keep running up to him then.
While I'm running, I yell, I thought you wanted some company. You looked at me.
But he waits till you get up to him finally then. I'm sorry, miss. No, I didn't need company.
I do. It's scary at night walking here alone, so would you mind...
Oh, I do apologize. Where are you headed, young lady?
Okay, I'm going to ask a question.
Okay, to me?
Of Andy.
Oh, yes. Okay.
I don't know anywhere in this fucking town, but I've heard people mention things. So what would be the first thing that comes to my mind?
You know Dormeadow's General Store, and the bar, which is called the Beaver's Log.
Yeah, I'm trying to go to the Beaver's Log. You know, I gotta.
Oh.
I just gotta let loose. You know.
Oh. You know what? These trying times, letting loose, I do understand. Follow me, dear John. Let us have a nightcap. What do you say?
Fantastic.
What is your name?
Oh, Jinx. You owe me an ale.
Oh, I'll get that ale too. Don't you worry.
My name's Clem.
Good to meet you, Clem. My name is Pontsmythe.
What? Excuse me?
Pontsmythe. Laram Pontsmythe. And you now realize, certainly, this is not Harold that came to the door. This is just a dapper gentleman walking the streets tonight.
It's not Harold at all.
No.
Andy, you just really want us to go to that fucking house, don't you? That's an interesting name. Are there a lot of Pont Smites around?
There are several. My family has an estate here.
Oh, an estate? That sounds fancy.
Yes. Shall we away to the tavern?
Oh, I was assuming we were walking and talking.
Oh, then we are.
So, tell me all about your life.
Oh, I've been a merchant of some success. Old merchant, so I have had my ups and downs. I do miss sailing, though, sailing the waters. I'm afraid my boat was caught in the ice when Federa froze over, as were most of my assets.
Oh, that's rough. Oh, was that a joke?
It was!
Ah, ha,
Oh.
ha. I never been sailing. What's it like? I don't know what I'm doing anymore. Now I'm just walking towards the bar with this wrong person.
It's lovely. It's a lovely experience. It's the wind in your face, the crisp, dry, salt air. Oh, never get used to it.
What's his first name again?
Laram.
Laram. I am going to message Cantrip, but I'm going to talk out loud as though I'm also regularly talking to him.
Okay.
So, but I'm going to be message Cantripping Burbage. Pondsmythe, right? That's it?
Yes.
Sorry, my brain is trying to keep hold of all of his names. Laram Pondsmythe, have you lived here your whole life then? And I'm gonna just message Cantrip that to Burbage, just so that he knows who the fuck it is.
You notice something as you do this. The cane that he's using as a walking stick, the top of it just kind of glows pink. He looks down at it, and he looks over at you. What did you say your name was?
My name is Clementine.
Clementine, and I don't know many Clementines in Eastwild.
Yeah, I'm new here.
And at this, he stopped walking, and he's conversing with you.
That's my friend Randolph back there. I sometimes talk to him with my brain.
Don't touch me. I assure you I will.
Yeah, sometimes I need to use magic to communicate with him because he's a little slow.
Give me a deception check, Clem.
Sure, super great at those, probably. Let's see. Nope, sure I'm not.
What'd you roll?
That's a 5.
5. At this, he says, as I've grown a bit weary this evening, perhaps I really should just point you in the direction of the Beaver's Log. It is through these houses and take a right.
All right, I'm going to interrupt you. I don't actually give a fuck about the Beaver's Log. I don't actually give a fuck about you. I'm looking for a guy named Harold who looks just like you with a top hat. Have you seen him around? I thought you were somebody else. I'm sorry.
I see. Well, thank you for your honesty. And at this, he'll just kind of fiddle with his cane a little bit. Well, I am no herald. Sadly.
No, I can see that.
Sadly. But
if you don't know him, it's fine.
Perhaps we'll meet next time you actually want to talk to me.
I mean, listen, I'd be happy to meet up. I do want to give you a warning. There's a terrible man. Terrible man.
Yes.
So I guess his actual name is Meepis, which, like, what even name is that? But he also goes by Burbage Kemp, but he's not the real Burbage Kemp. Anyway, he wants to break into your house and steal some shit from you. I just want you to know this, because you seem like a nice fella.
Clementine, you may be one of my very few true friends. And that is a bit depressing of a thought. But thank you for this.
Yeah, if you want to get a drink after I save the world, I'm happy to meet up.
Save the world, you say?
Yeah, I'm kind of a hero.
I look forward to reading about your exploits. You know what? I do really appreciate the heads up. I know to an adventurer like yourself, it may not be much, but as a token of my appreciation. And he hands you a small sack.
And I will accept it and not look into it until after he's gone.
My dear, have an excellent night. I really should be off then. And at this, he'll completely turn around and go a different way than he was going previously.
Oh, well,
kind of heading southwest now.
Meanwhile,
Meanwhile,
Burbage has been peering from the roof,
yes.
trying to get a sense of what's going on down there. Is Clem all right? And then he's going to get this message, Laram Pontsmythe, with the name, and he's going to be like, oh my God, Harold is Laram Pontsmythe. He uses a fake name when he sees Akori's mother.
Are you?
They're the same person.
Are you?
He's saying that to himself. No, he's not.
Okay, fuck.
He's saying that to himself. And so he's watching, and
Sorry.
and he's so where were they getting closer to the building that Burbage was on top of?
No, they were going further away from it. Then he's turned around and now coming back toward you.
Oh, okay. Interesting. All right. Well then, Burbage will as he sees him walking away from Clem, he's going to hide, but he's gonna as he gets closer, Burbage is gonna look. He's gonna zero in on Harold's eyes,
Okay.
Smythe, and be watching very carefully as he says,
Give me a performance roll.
You cut out for me, so all I heard was part of a scream.
I'm trying to do a
That was
crow's
it.
sound.
Yeah. Oh.
Nope, still cut out.
Yeah, there's no way to do it. It's like
Awk, caw.
awk, cock, awk, cock.
Yep. Sure is.
Like that, yeah.
What is this?
A performance, you say?
Yes, please.
18.
18. You're a fairly convincing bird. At this, you see the man kind of tip his head and look around just a little bit. Though it is nighttime and you are a halfling without dark vision, you can't really see his face or anything.
But if his eyes were to glow, I would have seen it.
Probably. Right? Probably.
So his eyes didn't glow?
You didn't see a white glow.
All right. Well, does Burbage leap off of the roof and tackle this
my
guy?
God.
No, he's not going to do that. All right. He'll let him go. And he'll go, and when he's safely kind of moved away, he'll climb down and meet up with Clem. Clem, did his eyes glow at all while you were talking to him? Did you get any kind of creepy sense that he might be a bad guy?
Nah, he seemed just like some rich guy that was lonely. He's not Harold. He doesn't even have the same face.
Wait, that wasn't Harold?
No, that wasn't Harold.
Then this night has only just begun.
Oh, God.
Nice.
No. All right. Well, I tried following the signs, and this is where it's led us, which is fine, I guess. Is there a bar around here? Should we go drink at least while we're out.
I mean, he told me how to get to the Beaver's Log.
All right, let's do it.
So you head over to the Beaver's Log. The place is a bit rowdy, though not a lot of people are here. The ones that are here are incredibly drunk. And immediately you see two halflings that just like are giving you the stink eye all night, Burbage. And how much do you guys want to drink?
I mean, I'll drink a reasonable amount so that I can heal and sleep and be good in the morning.
Okay.
Burbage drinks an undebilitating amount of ale.
Undebilitating.
Yes.
Gotcha.
He's still keyed up. He's still like keeping an eye out for shit. He's looking for Harold. Does Harold walk in?
I'm afraid not.
And he's also gonna he's very curious.
Yeah.
He'll strike up a conversation with somebody, probably not the halflings that are giving him the stink eye.
Sure.
But somebody just like, so I hear about a gentleman named Burbage Kemp around here. What do you know about him?
Oh yeah, I dislike that Burbage Kemp.
Did you say you dislike the term?
I dislike that person.
Oh, that turd. Did you say that turd?
He's a
Burbage
person
Kemp?
and a turd, and I hate him. Thinks he's all that. He ain't. I'll tell you that much.
What don't you like about him?
I don't know, the name Burbage, so pompous, you know. Who are you trying to be?
Well, I mean, I think that's kind of a cool name if you think about it. But the person, right? It's almost like if you're
Right.
gonna have a cool, maybe what you don't like. Well, I'm guessing what you don't like is the fact that it's such a cool name that you'd expect the person who has it to be a bit cooler,
Maybe that's the point.
right?
I
Yeah,
mean,
because it's a cool name.
it's not a bad name. Okay, I'll give you that much.
Yeah, good. Thanks. Hey, yeah, have an ale on me, bartender. He agrees with me, so give him a drink.
It's a shame he cut them bow people up.
Sorry.
What? Excuse me?
It's a shame he cut them bow people up.
And
Are
are
you
you saying
saying-
bow or bone?
Are you saying he cut them bowl people?
Bow
Boat
people?
I'm going to give you a list of options,
Okay.
and because your voice
Yeah.
repeating it is not going to help.
He
So
cut
I'm
them
going.
bow people up.
All right, just hold up.
That's a
I'm going to
shame.
list.
Poor people.
I'm
Damn
going to
shame.
list. I'm going to list 4 options,
Gotcha.
each one preceded by a letter.
Okay.
And at the end of my inquiry, you will tell me which of the 4 options you are saying.
Okay.
Are you saying he cut them bowl people up? A. B.
Hey. Okay.
Boat people.
Boat
C. Mole people.
Bow people.
Or D.
Poor.
Poor people.
Yeah.
Oh. It's D.
Okay.
Yes, I was right.
So he
Shame.
cut up some poor people.
You cut them bow people up.
Okay.
Jesus.
Yep.
Well, like, are you saying he physically cut up some people, like with a knife?
Oh, sometimes he takes people, he tries to put them up in the Federo, and they don't make it. Or they never come back. I thinks he cut them bow people up.
Right. He cut them poor people up.
Can Randolph go talk to this guy? I just want to watch Andy have to do those 2 voices in dialogue.
Yeah.
So, in your impression, in your estimation,
Hey?
Burbage Kemp is not to be trusted.
Oh, no.
How do you think he does his smuggling anyway? Does he? I imagine he has some sort of knowledge of a lot of secret passageways under Eastwild and Federo.
Give me a persuasion check, Burbage.
See, guys, I imagine it's moments like this when you take a break from your amusement and bemusement at my D&D play and think
Why don't
to
you
yourself,
roll first before you make this speech?
That is a very good point.
Ah.
Persuasion. Oh fuck, that's a 3. Yeah,
were
I'll
saying-
save
Your speech?
I'll save the speech for later.
I mean, I got that imperfect saying it. I don't know it.
Fair enough. All right. Have you? Okay. You know, on second thought, I'm done.
Oh, good.
Yeah. Are you going to walk away, or should I?
I mean, I can.
You can.
I can.
Are you going to?
No.
All right. Well then, Burbage slowly
Backs away.
gets off of the stool he was sitting on and just and backs away. All right, Clem. I think we have to go to bed. I think we've got to go back. I think
Yeah, that was
yes,
painful to watch.
you were watching.
Yes.
Do you hear the way he talked?
Yeah, it was worse than you.
Yes, it. I mean, yes, it was. What's that supposed to mean?
I don't know, let's go back.
You make your way
Well-
through the streets unmolested in the night.
And we find
Um,
Harold.
I'm making one
do
last
not
perception check. I'm
Okay,
looking for
okay.
anything suspicious
Make a
and
last
relevant.
perception check.
And dare I remind you, Andy,
Yes. Uh-huh.
and this is, you did say
Yes.
at the end of the last session
Okay.
that if we as players decided to go out into the night,
Uh-huh.
our characters would see Meepis.
Yes.
So keep that in mind as I make the following very good perception roll.
What makes you think you haven't already?
God damn it,
Whatever.
Andy.
Make your roll.
21.
21. Excellent. Well done. It's a brisk night. Very, very cold.
Mhm.
You don't see anyone.
History check. Burbage is reviewing the tape of his memory of the night,
Okay.
trying to think because he was following the signs, the glowing eyes,
Glowing
the
eyes.
whispers from
Whispers.
the Lovecraftian beyond.
I mean, you saw the dapper man, the bird that he was talking to. You saw the people in the bar, the halflings that seemed to be giving you the old stink eye. That was about it. And Clem and Randolph.
Let's just go to bed, Clem.
Yeah, this didn't really pan out.
Sometimes I feel like so much of what I do is just futile. Sometimes I feel like I am the nullity of all of my projects. Do you know what I mean, Clem?
Yeah, I feel that about you sometimes too.
Here, let's
Listen, I don't
split the
think
cupcake. Let's split the goddamn cupcake. That's it.
Oh. Okay, you're right. I'm gonna split it. I'm gonna say I think this was kind of a fool's errand anyway, really. It was the 1% chance we'd even see him.
You make your way through the streets then, unmolested, very, very chilly, very cold. And as you approach the house, a small figure stands up from the porch.
Is it Harold?
Much shorter.
Is it?
Is it Meepis?
You hear a voice first. It keeps telling me to kill you. And he won't shut up about it. It is the voice of Meepis. And he pulls out his blade again. I mean, if I do it enough, you'll stop, won't you? You'll just stop. And it promises me, and as he's talking, the blade is growing slightly.
I
slowly.
cast a resilient sphere around Meepis.
Interesting.
Hamster ball. Hamster ball.
So dex save.
It is a dex save.
My DC's 18.
He rolled an 4.
Yay! Okay, so he can't. It basically just fully encloses him. Nothing can pass through. Not physical objects, energy, or other spell effects.
Okay.
In or out. It only lasts for let me see. What does it say? Why don't you tell
1
me?
minute,
minute.
I think.
Duration. 1 minute. Thank you.
Yeah.
There's so many little parts of the spell to look through. It only lasts for a minute. So
Interesting.
I'm going to tell that to Verbiage too. I'm going to be like, this only lasts for a minute. I don't know if we want to wake everybody else up.
Well, you have a bit of time to contemplate that because we're going to go to break now.
Okay.
However, also, as we go to break, I'm going to sort of virtually ask Sam Winnie to join us to do a scene. This has been pre-taped, but I'm going to go ahead and play a scene that me and Sam did.
Do I need
Also-
to watch on Twitch or? Okay, sorry.
We'll see it on Twitch, but someone in the
Also-
audience, make sure that you can let me know that you can hear it, because it's hard for me to judge that.
Yes. So we're going to go ahead and take a break, manage our fluids, that sort of thing. So our cameras will probably go off, but please enjoy this scene.
And I'm sorry. Do we already?
Yes.
Can we as players watch it on Twitch?
If you want, yeah, that's fine.
Okay. Cool.
All right. Here we go. Your day has it's almost a tick that you have now. You constantly are testing them every once in a while. And they're holding true. You have enough where you can like lay down and stuff, but you can't move more than 2 or 3 feet in any direction, essentially. And on this particular day, when the door opens, a bit of dust gets kicked up, and you see what looks like your brother walking through the door. And he's come through this door a few times before. Gives you a brief smile, walks over to the safe space of this room, this sandstone room that you're in. And as the doors open, you hear maybe in the distance some sort of creature or many creatures chittering a bit. But the door closes on its own. And it's kind of silent again. And your brother just kind of looks at you, about to say something.
Oh, an unexpected visitor. I would have tidied up the place my hands have been rather tied lately.
Them every once in a while. Almost the most torture. To the point where you, like most other days in this place, the boredom is almost the most torture. To the point where you probably get a little excited every time you hear the door open and there's at least something to look at or someone to talk to. You struggle against the chains that are binding you a little bit. It's almost a tick that you have now. You constantly are testing them every once in a while. And they're holding true. You have enough where you can like lay down and stuff, but you can't move more than 2 or 3 feet in any direction, essentially. And on this particular day, when the door opens, a bit of dust gets kicked up, and you see what looks like your brother walking through the door. And he's come through this door a few times before. Gives you a brief smile, walks over to the safe space of this room, this sandstone room that you're in. And as the doors open, you hear maybe in the distance some sort of creature or many creatures chittering a bit. But the door closes on its own. And it's kind of silent again. And your brother just kind of looks at you, about to say something.
Oh, an unexpected visitor. I would have tidied up the place, but my hands have been rather tied lately, and I'll just kind of tug feebly, on the shackles.
That's cute. That's funny. How are you doing? Are they treating you okay? Getting food?
Every once in a while, when they think to, I feel like I'm approaching more skin and bone as each day goes on.
Jesus, Sam. Dom Monahan in the background.
Oh, the ghost of Dom Monahan.
He kind of nods his head, almost barely listening. He has a little weird twitch where he's kind of tapping on his eye patch a little bit, as if he's deep in thought. And then he turns to you again. Your actual brother is getting close.
Oh. Is he now? Does this mean my time to be used as... I'll admit some really bad bait is close at hand?
I don't even know if he knows you're here or that you're alive. Yes, it's been really, really bad bait.
Why are you even bothering to keep me alive, then? You're better off just killing me. Like I've said 1,000 times before. Caloran, when he came from the room, didn't even remember me. He didn't know himself.
No, I know. I even remember a little bit of that part, oddly enough. You don't really serve much of a purpose as far as bait or information about Charity or Black Tom. The reason I'm keeping you here alive is because I think you might know something about a small possession of your father's. It was a small container. He forced Charity, or me, to drink this a few times in our lives. Charity has the scars from it. Minor, emotional, I suppose. Do you know anything about what I'm talking about? When we would drink this, it would turn our silver flames into black flames. Do you know what I'm talking about at all?
Do I, Andy?
Not really. I mean, you know the black flame thing. You didn't know, you just thought that was kind of part of Charity's thing. You didn't.
So I never witnessed a ceremony where Charity Caloran was drinking from something?
Correct.
You know, I can't seem to think of anything. And at this point, I mean, you know, I've got nothing to hide from you, but I can't recall any consumption of any sort of anything. I just thought the flames were a part of Ryn.
So, perhaps we've been a little too heavy on the stick. Maybe perhaps we need a bit more carrot. Is there anything that you want higher? Besides perhaps your freedom?
Freedom is a fickle thing, anyway. I don't know, I'd like to know where my wife is. Do you know where Arisa is?
I do not, honestly. She was a bit before I got here, and sort of took over things from music. I could look for her, if that would be helpful.
I mean, at this point, I've lost my brother, I've lost my father, I've lost any semblance of family that I really ever knew. She was the last thing I had.
To that end, I guess I am a little curious that if your brother, Charity, were to walk in here right now, the real one, the scarred one, would you hug him or fight him?
It's a good question. When we were young, he defended me from the wrath of our father. Now, if he somehow did recall me and our relationship, he might have already come if he cared. But I think if he showed up, I wouldn't know what to think of the circumstance. Why would he want to save me if he hasn't done so already? If he's known.
Yes. That's exactly correct. Believe me, I'm him. If he sees you again, you're dead. Not only does he not care about you, he despises you. A remnant of his father. Sorry. But that would be the end for you.
So why, then, do you let me live? Do you not feel the same hatred towards our father?
I think more and more I'm beginning to understand him. Anyway, one last question. Isn't it strange that you had a romantic relationship with Hikari, and now Hikari is traveling with them? That is a coincidence that is... it feels programmed, I suppose.
Well, I am not one to question the will of the fates, but I'd agree it does seem rather odd that she would go from me to him, but it's not the first time I've heard of, girlfriends sleeping with siblings of their romantic partner.
Sure, but it's more than that, isn't it? It's I can't help but feel that those goddamn fates are meddling much more than I realized.
Well, I think your deduction here has some weight to it, but who are we to guess?
That is it for today. Thank you for your candidness. I'll have them add a bit of bread to your next meal. Would you like that?
Bread. I've forgotten the taste of bread.
Good. At this, he just turns around. The door creaks open in front of him. He seems to just glide out. Then the door shuts. The room is dark, silent again.
Hey, we're back. Oh, thank you, Sam, for that scene. Perhaps we'll be seeing more of Sam in the future on Fates of Ryn.
And you hear Sam regularly, or his music.
Certainly.
The composer of the Fates of Ryn theme song, and there's some music over on Diamond Dragons too.
100%.
They are very, very talented. And that was awesome. The Ire scene. It was really, really cool.
Where were we? You wake up in the morning feeling like P. Diddy. No.
Wait.
You
Who
wake
wakes
up
up in the morning?
Everyone wakes up.
We came to Meepis there in the evening.
Yeah, you did. You wake up in the morning.
Son of a bitch.
Charity, you struggling with your dreams all night. Hikari, honestly having the best sleep you've had in a very long time. And you kind of look over, and Burbage and Clem are sitting next to Meepis, who's completely tied up. A blade, like, sort of on the floor next to him, and Burbage and Clem are just smiling.
Yeah.
You all went out, didn't you?
Huh? What?
We didn't do what you told us not to do. We didn't. He just was waiting here outside when we came back from drinking.
You know that if he was waiting for you outside, that means he slipped away from Stormbringer, which means she's going to use him like a fucking tetherball when she gets back.
Yeah.
Somewhere in the distance, you hear, "Son of a bitch!"
Yeah, I'd be like rampaging out of the Thieves Guild, I think we were staying.
Yeah.
And heading towards them. So let me know when I would get there.
Charity's going to reach down and sort of like gently pat him on the like cheek. Just so you know, that's what the bells sound like for you.
He's gagged as well, so he can't speak, but he's.
So he
and then you hear
that.
Do slam. The door slams open. Stormbringer is in the door.
Charity is going to like step backwards, and I want to just say that, like, I don't know, retroactively, because that's the theme for tonight. He had asked
sure,
Betty for like a cup of tea in the morning. He's just going to step back, reach for the cup of tea, pull it off the shelf, and just like start sipping.
The motherfucker escaped during the night. I didn't tie him up because I was trying to be nice and cordial and turn over a new leaf with his stupid face, and he's gone.
It's okay, we tied him up for you.
We got him, Stormbringer. He's right here.
So wait, just before anybody does anything, just know that he said some guy, some voice is telling him over and over again to kill Burbage, and also his blade started to grow. And I don't know what the fuck that means, but I thought that should be shared.
Charity's going to look down at the blade.
Charity, you recognize this blade?
Yeah, I thought so. I mean, because Galway knows why it's here. Charity's going to go, huh. Isn't that the sword that made Vimeris go all crazy vengeance for a while?
The very same.
That's awesome. Oh, it's back. That's very cool.
For those of us who may have bad memory or who weren't playing yet, so have a better excuse, maybe you could recap what that was.
Vimeris,
Yes, please.
either bought or stole. Yeah.
Yep.
A magical sword from one of our sort of Epcot tour of the shops of Federo, where everyone had a different European accent, and Andy afterwards said to us, I didn't think you were going to go to all of them in one session. Vimeris stole the magic sword because it spoke to him kind of like we thought he meant in a metaphorical way, quite a literal way, and then began whispering basically for him constantly to kill us. He was resisting its impulses, but also essentially took us, not quite beating him unconscious, but like ripping the sword out of his grasp. I don't remember what we did with it.
You talked to him and sort of, like Charity specifically said, like, hey, let me be that sword for you. We can help you with vengeance. If that's truly what you seek, you have help. You don't need the sword. And it was enough to allow Vimeris to take the sword again, run to the ocean, to the docks, and toss it in.
Right. And so it found a downgrade in host.
Wow.
Oh,
Okay, well, I don't give a fuck if your fucking sword or whatever is being a dick. You can't just fucking sneak out of the fucking Thieves Guild where you said you'd stay with me and you were gonna sleep together, and then in the morning we were gonna go to the place, and you just fucking left in the middle of the night, Meepis. How are we supposed to trust you? Like, we're trying to build trust with you, and you just keep pulling this shit all the time. This sketchy shit.
No, not especially trying to build trust, actually. We're just trying to make sure he does what we want him to do.
we're gonna sleep together?
Like, in the same space, yeah. But instead, you got up and you came
Damn.
here.
Speaking of the middle of the night, it bears mentioning that in the middle of the night, I saw the fire army, and it's almost here. It's probably arriving at Federo this very day.
Oh.
Yippee fucking Skippy. Oh, also, I had a dream where my clone self talked to me. That was fun.
Oh. Was it
I
like a
just
dream
slept.
where your clone self, like all of the teeth fell out of his mouth?
No, like literally, he was speaking to me through a magical effect. He was
Oh.
nearby.
Things are really coming to a head in Federo, or outside of it, case may be.
What was this?
I don't know. It's something I thought I'd start trying.
Look, Stormbringer, do you want to kick
Slow.
Meepis a couple of times, or can we just get going? Look, I can't understand what you're saying, and frankly, I don't give a fuck.
Is he
This-
gonna, like, actually tell us how to get into Federo, or is he gonna, like, try to just backstab us constantly? Like, you're just gonna backstab us constantly? Okay, so I should just kill him. He just said he was just gonna backstab us constantly, so...
I mean,
Can I kill him? I said I'd ask before just killing people.
Well, look. If we're worried about him betraying us, it's likely going to be with some kind of traps or something else. Should we just...
Or the sword, the literal sword that he has.
He doesn't have it anymore. So should we just... I don't know. He's nicely trussed up. Should we just, I don't know, wrap him to a stick or something, and you can carry him and, like, just sort of point him out in front of us? And if he doesn't want to be caught in the trap first, he'll give us the right directions?
Yeah. I like that idea a lot. Okay.
Coffee.
Morning. Sure, you like...
Sorry, dear. Let's get you some coffee. Anyone else need coffee?
I'll have some coffee.
Coffee?
Is it
I
not?
first take a cup and I pour 3/4 of like a 3/4 full with my flask, and then I'm like, coffee.
A bit of coffee in the drink. Sure, here you go, darling. And she pours a bit in.
Have you ever tried to have an intervention for this?
Is anybody gonna
It's
try
fine.
and is anybody gonna try and take the sword away from this Jagoff, or?
It is lying on the ground right now. You were able to...
Yeah, but I mean, like, take it away from him in the sense of it not controlling his brain or whatever.
Why don't you pick it up? Lovely.
I have enough assholes in my brain right now that it's you and me.
Is it talking to you?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's how it starts.
Burbage, you should pick it up. Says Eldon behind you.
I'm not going to pick it up. All right. Why would I do that?
Please don't listen to the sword. You're one of the ones who knows it's evil.
I'm not talking to the sword, Charity. I'm talking to Eldon.
He's an asshole.
I know. I know he's an asshole. Eldon alone. Wow. So many voices. You got
As you
Clem's voice.
turn around to tell that to him, his eyes are burning white. like white flames are shooting out of his eyes, and he's smiling at you.
What's that supposed to mean? Are you mocking me, Eldon?
And he disappears.
Guys, I have something to confess. I've been seeing glowing eyes everywhere. Just like that creepy dude we saw in the other realm, in the plane of reality. I think he's haunting me.
There just that doesn't seem good. There's like no good news this morning. Literally everything you all have said is bad news.
Look, do we think it's really vitally important that this sword is not within the reach of anyone in this area, etc.?
Yes, we should dispose of it. We
You
should.
could put it under my bed. No one really looks under there.
Clue, how does the ethereal plane feel right now?
He like shakes his head like he doesn't want to go there.
Wait, no, isn't that where we saw the dude with
Yeah, that's why
glowing
I
white
was-
eyes?
that's why I was
haunting
asking.
Burbage? Well, we can't put the sword there because then it would have the sword.
Yeah, I know. It was... Look, I'm only 3/4 of the way through my tea, and I'm pretty sure Hikari might have spilled some of whatever the hell is in that flask in it, so I'm not processing that great at the moment. I have only had cupcakes to eat in the last 18 hours. I am probably crashing on sugar right now, but anyway...
I do have some bacon. Bacon?
Yes, please.
I like it extra floppy. I hope
Oh, God,
you don't
no.
mind.
Sure, just...
I love it, extra floppy. First
do
good
you?
news today.
Who are you again?
I'm Stormbringer. Who are you?
I'm Hikari's mother. You can call me Betty.
No, wait, I'm Snowmountain Baller. Hi,
Okay.
Betty.
Whatever
Okay.
your name is. I also made a cinnamon crumble. Oops.
Delicious.
Cherry's gonna be like, some of that too, please. So, like, really super important that this goes away? I mean, the Maris was kind of weird. Well, anyway, but way weirder with the sword. And does... I know he's completely tied up, but does Meepis's sort of demeanor and aspect feel more like the Meepis that Charity knew before?
He does. He seems a little more whiny and a little less confident.
And a little bit
Than
like,
last night,
less like,
yeah.
fuck yeah, I'm gonna stab this dude. And a little more,
Yeah.
oh, how do I avoid getting stabbed here?
Yeah.
Charity's gonna be like, eeny, meeny, miny, you, pointing at one of the children. Could you...
What's up?
Could you grab some object? Don't tell me what it is. Don't tell anyone.
He goes
what
over
it
and
is.
grabs the sword.
No!
Jesus Christ.
As he says that, if he starts moving, Charity's gonna, like, kick him backwards.
Okay.
No!
Ah!
Just kick some children.
Something
Sorry, this is
small.
cool. Oh, sorry. Okay.
Place it in a bag.
Did I tell you what it is?
Nope.
Okay.
Don't
I
tell
got it.
anyone what it is.
I got it.
Okay. Charity's gonna point to one of the other children, and you. Again, not the sword. Something small. Place it in a bag or wrap it, tie it up in cloth. Don't tell me what it is. Don't tell anyone what it is.
Oh, okay. All right, got it.
All right. Charity's gonna look for a large enough wall, slap his hand on it, and cast Demiplane.
Okay.
He's like, all right, hork those things in.
Galway, real quick, would we have aid right now or no?
You can't. You weren't in the same place as me.
Okay, cool.
And actually, I'm not sure any of us do because my spells were pretty shot after we finally got
That's
in.
fine.
And then Charity is going to, using telekinesis, not actually touching the blade, hork it into the demiplane as well.
You do that.
Then
you hear it cling, cling.
Seal it back up. Fuck you, by the way.
You
Charity's
almost
actually
feel
gonna-
like you were about to get a whisper, and then
Charity's gonna pause, like, right before he completely seals the demiplane.
Yeah.
And puts the recording of Clem singing Girl of Ipanema so that it's also playing for the sword.
Fair.
Charity's gonna look. That is the best present anyone has ever given me, by the way.
So,
Right, the sword's done, so let's just set up a Meepis sweeper.
Right, that explains why Meepis has been so angry at me. It explains entirely his animosity. It wasn't him, it was the sword.
You fucker.
I'm going to give you 4 options preceded by a letter, and you tell me what you just said. A, I'm sorry, Burbage. B, is anything to stop me from doing this bit?
Nope.
I'll have to finish it.
Charity's gonna look up. The answer is E, you fucker.
Oh, okay. Thank you.
You're welcome. Charity's gonna look at Meepis. So, if we were to say not actually just tie you to a pole and carry you through the area, would you actually lead us into Federo?
He nods.
Can I get, considering that I've scared the bejesus out of him before, can I get any read on how he's actually feeling about this?
Sure, give me an insight check.
Hey, we got to the second half of today's session before I mentioned guidance. A cantrip that makes you or your friends better at things. Use it early, use it often. $27.
27. With a 27, you get the sense that he is starting to look just browbeaten into submission here. He doesn't really know who you people are except for Burbage, but he doesn't like how powerful you seem, especially Clem gave him a scare last night. So this, yeah, he seems much more amenable to doing whatever he can to try to get you in.
Charity's like, I'm gonna take the gag off now. Is that good?
He nods.
Don't make me regret this. Charity will undo the gag.
Why'd you have to gag it so tight? It was like cutting my mouth.
I take the back of my hand and lightly slap him. Calm down.
Okay. That felt familiar. That was weird.
Does he not seem
Okay.
to remember Hikari anymore?
He doesn't. No.
Oh.
Charity's gonna sort of flick eyes to Hikari, back to Meepis, back to Hikari. All right, we'll just pretend that's normal for now.
So, okay. I can get you. I can get you in. Look, my regular route doesn't seem to be functioning. You won't go get me a key for the next route. I think there's only one way left.
Neat.
It's gonna take us a bit to get there, because it's kind of basically on the other side of the city, into the where the Sandkeepers do their thing. We're used to.
Neat.
Okay.
Isn't that where we were before we came over here? So this is fucking like fetch quest, right?
I mean, we can go. I mean, I don't know where you were, but we can go around the city.
This is Lena, not Stormbringer.
We'd have to. If we go the north side, it's not like we can get there by this evening, probably. If we go the south side, it'll be nighttime before we get there. And I don't really want to be out at night, if we can help that. So, and I really don't like walking across the frozen bay. That just creeps me out.
You ain't wrong. All right.
You have a lot of demands for a prisoner.
Am I a prisoner? I thought I was helping. A helper. I'm gonna
You
get
haven't
paid.
really-
You don't pay prisoners, so
We're still gonna pay you after this shit?
It was some light threatening, a little stabbing. It's not that much.
I had to use a very high level spell on your ass.
That guy did worse to me before, so
Yeah, but I think you probably deserved it.
I don't even know you. How dare you? But also probably.
There's the Meepis that we know and generally revile.
We sure we're not going to get that key? It's a really easy side quest.
Yeah, no, you're a weirdo who's obsessed with that guy, so let's just not.
Okay. Then when do we start? When do we get out of here?
Let's fucking go.
Yeah.
Timeline.
Okay.
I'm gonna also fill my pockets with floppy bacon for the road.
I have a couple sausages too, if you want. Just cooking them up.
Are they nice and floppy sausages?
I mean, one of them is real floppy. Real floppy sausage.
They're very turgid.
It's like this.
I like them really floppy. That's great. That's perfect.
It's like this. It's like a flaccid penis. That's how floppy.
Wow, that's
Oh, Mom.
perfect.
So
Let's just go.
They don't even make sausages like that. What are you talking about?
you have to make them yourself.
What kind of meat do you even put in there to get it to be that soft?
I'll never tell.
Charity's put up a finger. Nope. No more questions on this line of reasoning. We're just gonna go now.
So she's already made like a to-go bag for you guys, and Hikari, like you have your own little lunchbox, and you see her just kind of put a little note in there for later, dearie. Now, please
She kisses her on the cheek.
don't be a stranger now. Please come back. Say hello to your old mother again.
Please don't use that word.
Come,
Stranger.
stranger. Fair. Once you're all done with whatever you're doing, just come say hi.
Well, it's that of the world dying in hellfire, so, yeah, fair.
I'll be back, Mom.
Okay. Off you go, my friends. Good to meet all of you. Please take care of each other, and I'm sure you'll do great.
Does Charity think that the fastest way to up our traveling speed would probably be to put at least two of the smaller members of the party on Clue in the material plane, but just so that they're moving at his speed?
Yeah, it would if you want to move fairly quickly. If you're not trying to like be super sneaky or anything. And Meepis asks, like, where do you want to go? Do you want to go the north side or the south side of the city? If the north side is closer to where, obviously, the fire armies were advancing from.
But is also, I mean, we've been over the water and it got bad.
And also it's quicker north, he
Yeah.
said. Yeah. All right. All right. So yeah, again, if you're not moving stealthy and you're moving quick, then Meepis and Clem and Burbage could probably all fit on the horse.
To spell Clue, we can occasionally put Burbage in a backpack.
Fair. All right. And you're able to make your way fairly quickly north. You'll pass by Locktown, which is kind of on the northeast side of Federo. It's on the outside of the wall, like
That's where we
Eastwell
left
was.
from, right? When we headed out with the caravan.
Yes. Yep. Right. So you pass by there. You don't have to go kind of into the town area proper. You can keep going around. But again, as cold as it is and as windy and snowy as it is, that's starting to kind of give way to, instead of snowflakes falling, the snow feels ashy and a bit gray, black in places.
Oh, that's a good sign.
And after you clear a hill toward the north outside of Locktown, You now see very clearly again the volcano in the distance, spewing constantly a red river of lava. The lava itself seems to be advancing toward Federo. And clearly now at this point, you can see a bright lit landscape with lines of the army moving in several different directions.
So time's kind of a factor, Meepis.
Great. Do we have to go this way? Because this sucks.
We already. Yes! They're going to be closer if we have to double back.
Okay, well, I guess, yeah, that's okay. But yeah, okay, so we can go. We'll pass by the main gates, and then we just keep going from there, like northwest. And we'll hit the temple, if I remember where exactly it was. I'm pretty sure I do.
Was this also the temple that
Meepis-
Burbage thought he knew where it was?
Yes, actually, he had heard rumors of this temple as well. If you want to work with Meepis, maybe the two of you can pinpoint a navigation pretty easily. But it would take a history roll, Burbage.
Sure. I'll work with Meepis. Burbage isn't above collaborating with him.
Hakari, give me one as well, a history check.
Okie doke.
Burbage rolled a 4.
Okay. Taking a second.
Kari rolled a 16.
A 16.
It's much better.
As Burbage is recounting the story of a temple and it sitting between the dunes and stuff like this, and it feels like it's so many miles kind of west and a little bit north, something kind of clicks in you, Hakari, and you go, no, it's much more north than it is west. And you're not exactly sure how you remember this, but that feels right.
Okay. So I guess we go the way I'm saying. If that's okay.
So more directly towards the. Like, cool. Yeah, let's go.
So it's getting kind of hard to keep this pace. You're getting tired. You're moving through sand mostly. I mean, this is starting to get fairly exhausting. You have to stop a couple times to just kind of eat a meal, take a quick little breather, and then you're on it again. You don't think that like a section of the army is going to intercept you or anything like that, but they are getting closer, and it does seem like they are moving toward Federo itself. Probably about 7 in the evening then, a little bit ahead of schedule. You obviously get into this territory where the sand keepers used to scoop sand, preventing these sand dunes from advancing on the city itself. And it's just frozen sand, just completely hard, almost like rock here. And Akari leads you around a bend, through a couple dunes, over another dune, right to the almost itself half covered temple, half sunken in the sand itself. There is a bit of an opening still in the front. If all of you would like to get closer to this.
I don't think I have any vision. Oh, no, I do.
I don't yet.
Uh-oh, I have a graphics performance
I also have
notification.
no vision.
Black screen.
It's just taking a long time to load.
I also have that. It's because I have hardware acceleration turned off on my browser.
Yeah, I think I do too.
Oh, and that's making everything real skippy.
Position yourselves as you would like at the front of this
I
temple.
can't see anything.
Oh, well, hold
Still
on.
loading.
I'm actually going to use the restroom real quick. I'll be right back.
Let's see if I can even move Burbage's icon. Oh, yeah, I can move him a little bit. I'll just, while the DM's away, have Burbage scout on ahead.
That seems safe.
Without Andy here, Burbage can't set off any traps.
Let's go look around the entire thing while he's not here, and we can see how it is.
It's so laggy for me that it would take so long for Burbage to
Fair.
even get
Hardware
through
acceleration
foyer.
helped
It
me.
is still loading.
Did you re-enable it on your end?
Yeah, I
Nolan?
re-enabled it for me. It seems to be helping both stream and this map. Good God, Roll20, why is your vision system still so heavyweight?
Just actually need. I guess I'll relaunch Chrome.
I'll just kind of watch.
I can also turn this off. I think I've hidden everything that needs to be hid.
Oh yeah, hardware acceleration helps a lot. Nice.
Doo-doo-doo-doo. Okay, we'll just you know what? Turn dynamic lighting off here. So you are at the front of this mostly hidden sand temple. The entryway ahead of you is broken and old. If you weren't looking for this place, you feel like you could not have found it. It is unremarkable to the surrounding areas. And Meepis, as you are approaching, is getting more and more nervous here. I've not actually been through here yet. I don't like this. But it's somewhere back in this thing. We'll be able to go down. In fact, why am I even here? I led you here, okay? I led you right up to this. Further in, there's going to be something that leads down into a tunnel system, and that will get you into Federo, okay?
Meepis, we're not going to remember that. You're a smuggler. You have to smuggle us in.
How are you not going to remember?
I already forget what you said. I wasn't listening.
Go in.
La 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 la
You
la
want
la
to
la
get
la.
paid, you need to do the job.
Can I just kill him? He said
No,
we
we
don't
need
need him
him.
anymore.
We do
He
need him
just
to
said-
smuggle us.
He just said we don't, Burbage.
That's not true. We do need him.
I mean, please don't kill me just because you don't need me. That's wild.
Do we need you or not?
Yeah, either we need you and we don't kill you, or we don't, and Stormreader pounds you into the ground.
Fucking fine. You need me. I'm the only one that can go in and go down.
Fine.
I guess.
For now.
Okay. So who's going in first?
I thought we had to go down first. See, that's what I would have done. I'm
Jesus.
not down and in.
Do
Here,
all of you hate him as much as I do?
No.
No.
We love him. Because we're nice people. You're just a duplicitous little liar man who sneaks out of places and tries to stab people.
Duplicitous is a good word, Stormbringer.
To be fair, Stormbringer, he was under the influence of that old sword of Vimeris. Right?
How do we know he's not
Thank you.
still?
Well, because he got a lot whinier and he's a turd again.
So how did that sword get out of the ocean?
Probably Meepis found it while he was sailing around looking for Lomina. Probably. You know what I mean?
You don't know me.
Okay, anyway, we're on like a time clock. The army's coming and other bad things are happening, so I'm gonna go first, but I need somebody to look for traps also, because I'm not good at that.
I can do that. Very good at that. All right, Meepis. You and me.
Stormbringer, Meepis, and Burbage at the front. Hikari and Clue is the rear guard. Clem and I in the middle. Oh, and Randolph.
Can't forget him.
Here we go. And we're off into the temple, the wonderful temple in the sands. No, not gonna.
Randolph, make sure that you tell the traps not to touch you.
Don't touch me.
Jesus. All right, Burbage is checking for a trap.
As you step in, Burbage,
The trap goes off.
this place is carved out of sandstone, it appears, mostly. Though you also see massive pillars have toppled. This place is crumbling, and it's old. You're not exactly sure how old, but no one in their right mind would come this way if they could help it. This is going to be kind of dangerous. Not only are you looking for traps, you're also having to watch the ceiling and watch your step with the crumbling infrastructure here.
Yeah, listen, everybody.
Structure.
This place is really giving up the ghost. It is falling apart. This is going to be treacherous going. So I'm going to do my best to find the safest way through, and everyone follow the exact same footsteps as me. Also, keep an eye on the ceiling, because things might come a-falling. Sandstone, bricks, rocks, tiles, dust. That's 5.
We get it. Solids and solid adjacents.
Yeah.
If any solids start falling from the ceiling, get under me, because I can take a big hit, but follow Burbage's footsteps exactly to do that, but do it quickly, like really quickly. You gotta be on your toes here, people. Follow Burbage's footsteps exactly and get under me.
All right. I'll lead the way with Meepis. Stormbringer, you stay right behind us.
Yeah.
Charity's going to need some sorcery points into replenishing the 5th level spell slot.
Oddly enough, it takes you a little longer to do that than you thought. That's weird. It didn't seem to just sort of happen like it normally does. Something felt weird. Maybe you're just, I don't know, slipping a little bit in that. That doesn't sound right either. Concerning.
What's the name of this temple?
There's not a sign or
Does
anything.
Hikari remember?
Hikari, you search your brain, and it something lock temple. You think?
Okay. It's something lock temple.
Lock.
That's all I remember.
Warlock. Sorcerer. Charity?
No, maybe. Stormbringer, on the far left wall of this small entry area, you do see writing in what you think is a dwarvish script, only because it's written with an elvish script. However, the construction of that elvish feels dwarvish to you, which means you've come across some language like this before. This is an ancient dwarvish language, you think.
I speak Dwarvish.
And you don't speak ancient dwarvish. So give me a history check to see how.
Those are the same thing.
Well,
Time's not a thing, Auntie.
If Charity sees Stormbringer concentrating, I'll give her guidance.
fair. All right.
17 with guidance.
Ooh, a 17. Something about this sounds really familiar to you. Showo Naimo is what you can make out. Showo Naimo. You're not exactly sure where you've read that before, but it feels weird. But you think what it means, something about like how you perceive something or how you look at something needs to be and then you can't quite read the rest. Something about
Share
like,
this.
how you perceive it though.
Yeah, I would tell all of you, and I'd also ask, do any of you else speak Dwarvish either?
No.
Me. No. Maybe. Wait. Oh, I just hit the button to see all my languages. I speak Dwarvish.
You do.
Charity will give you guidance.
Yeah, give me a history check, Clem.
Is this a history check involving some shit?
Nope.
Related to magic items, alchemical objects, or tech devices?
No.
Okay. Okay, I will also do my flash of genius, so that'll be 22.
With a 22, Stormbringer translation is pretty decent, but it's something a little bit more literal. You have to see something from all sides.
So we have to see something from all sides. So let's all try to get on different sides to see, or
Different sides of what?
I don't know. Is there like a column or something that we could look at different sides of?
You don't see anything in the foyer area, at least. And Burbage, as you move into the temple, give me an investigation check.
Ooh, I wish Burbage was better at investigation.
Guidance.
Great.
Oh, God in heaven.
6
Plus a D4.
plus a D4.
Please, God. Double digits.
So that's a 10.
10. The years of I don't know.
Does Meepis count as helping him with this?
No, he's not looking for traps.
Okay.
He's scared. The years of dust and decay have worn off a sigil on the wall that you might have spotted were this place new. However, with the dust and everything, you trigger a brownish, burnt sienna kind of light, almost a bronzish light, as it swirls around in a circle, in a spiral, and as it reaches the center, you kind of hear a ting. Boom. I need Stormbringer, Burbage, and Meepis to make dexterity saving throws.
From somewhere behind you, amidst the din, you hear, "Oh, this is going well."
This is an effect I can see, right?
Yes, you can see it light up. So yeah.
Big ass spiral.
Okay.
So I got a 15.
Okay.
Is it a dex saving throw?
Yes. Okay.
That's 12. I have some kind of thing about evasion or uncanny dodge.
If you would succeed on an effect where a successful dexterity throw would grant you half damage, you instead take no damage. And you take only half damage on a success, I think? Or on a failure.
Or only half damage on a fail. Yeah, okay.
So Burbage will take half of this, and Stormbringer will take all thunder damage.
That's more than I enjoy.
56 damage.
So
As as when you had reached this point, Burbage is shot across. Stormbringer's shot backwards, slams up against the wall. Meepis is pinned against this wall here, and as soon as the sound stops, Meepis falls to the ground, unconscious,
Oh
at
God.
least.
Sad day.
The rumblings around you start. The ground itself is starting to tremor a little bit. Charity, the ceiling is shaking. A few large pieces come crashing down. One of them, right next to Burbage, who barely rolls out of the way. When everything seems stable again, you take it just a second, and then, what would you like to do? It seems like whatever was triggered expended its use.
All right. Do you anybody remember? Are we supposed to go in and down or down and in?
Get the fuck up. Healing word at Meepis.
It does not take.
What?
It outrighted him.
He has less than. Wait, wouldn't that mean he only had 25 hit points or something?
Charity's gonna pick his way forward, and he thinks that given his knowledge of magic, it seems like that glyph has gone off, and it's done now. Correct. Okay. And he's gonna follow the exact steps that led up to the triggering, and then just sort of sit there and like rifle through Meepis' stuff.
Okay.
Is he like proper dead?
And med check him along the way. I mean, I know that healing word didn't take, so that means he's not a living creature. But med check.
You go ahead and med check him. He's unconscious. You don't think he's dead, though. Give me a med check roll.
Okay. I will guidance myself upon seeing this.
Yeah, there does seem to be some light breathing.
Okay, we're gonna go ahead and spend a sorcery point.
That was a crit fail medicine check on me.
That was a real bad.
It only turned into a 2.
A 2 is not a crit miss.
12 total.
12 total. Okay, so with a 12, he does seem to be slightly breathing. He's not. He's not dead, though unconscious entirely.
Do I think he's bleeding out?
You don't think? Yeah, you think he's probably stable. Well, yeah, with the 12. Yeah, with the 12, you think he might be in danger. Yeah,
I'll expend a charge of healing kit anyway.
Okay, so you wrap up a couple bones. You sort of set a bone that looks broken, and that probably was causing a lot of internal bleeding. He's in really, really bad shape, unconscious, near death, but you do think he's stable at the moment.
So, and I'm pretty sure he is entirely unconscious.
Yes.
Jerry's gonna go, okay, so point of order. 1, let's expend our best efforts to avoid the traps. 2, Meepis isn't dead. He's just unconscious. This in of itself is not particularly remarkable, except for 3, I tried to heal him with magic, and I couldn't. That's not normal.
Well, what was that? An effect of the trap? Something magical that affected him in some way?
Oh, healing word at Stormbringer.
Nope.
Fuck.
I think you might have sort of damaged your inherent vitality.
Oh.
Over the table, Andy. Like, would this feel like it's a max HP has been reduced to Charity? Like, would that seem like the explanation would be?
No, because it didn't work with Stormbringer either.
Well, if the damage also reduced max HP.
Oh, well, yes, that would. Yeah, so that would theoretically not trigger a healing word. Yeah.
I'm gonna.
I think it's that magic's not working.
Yeah,
right?
I'm
Your
gonna
magic's not
try
fucky.
I'm gonna try and mage hand. and slap Meepis. Can I bring up Mage Hand?
You attempt. There's almost like a little bit of a spark, trying to form a mage hand, and it is not forming.
Yeah, so I can't use magic here.
Well, all right. Let me just pour some of this healing potion into Meepis' mouth then.
No, wait, you really don't need to do that. Like, that's an important resource. We don't like the guy.
Don't forget, I'm not going to
Please
use
don't do
all of
that.
it. I'm just going to use half of my Extreme Baja Blast healing potion.
God, no.
Please stop.
No.
Garbage.
Charity's
No,
gonna like
no.
rummage around for a standard healing potion that he has and pour
Sure.
half down.
Stop. No.
Give me a
like,
roll, it's
It's fine if he dies. He's an asshole.
A D4 plus
4.
4.
Yes,
at
but I don't
this-
want to have to carry him.
You
Uh,
can leave his dead body here.
He's
luckily,
not dead.
Not yet.
He's smuggling us into Federo.
luckily, it seems like the magic of the potion is working. You hear like a crack of a couple bones
That doesn't feel good.
in Meepis, and then what happened? What was that? Burbage, what'd you do to me? Oh, you asshole. Oh, you bitch.
Listen to me. No, you
Oh,
listen
I
to me,
hate
you
you so
bitch.
much.
Oh, you bitch. I hate
no,
you so
you're
much.
such a bitch.
Meepis, you are the
Oh.
worst. You are the bitch. You are
God,
the bitch.
you were the
Listen
one
to
who
me.
was the bitch.
You are. Listen to me. But I'm going to give you my resting Burbage face.
Okay.
All right?
Oh, wow. What?
Burbage is grabbing Meepis by the lapels.
Uh,
I'm going to talk to you the exact same way I talked to you the first time we met on that ship of yours, who's not your ship. It's a sentient being. Anyway, you've got to get your shit together, man. I know you're scared going into this scary, crumbling temple, but if we're going to get through this, you need to help. So while I look for traps, you need to actually put yourself to some use and help me, all right? Or else this is going to happen again, and next time we're not going to bring you back. Do you understand me?
I didn't even want to this time.
She didn't even want to this time.
why? This is so mean. Okay, fine. I'm helping. I'm gonna watch. I can barely walk, but I'm gonna help you. That was really terrifying. Are you sure you want to go this way?
You're fine, Meepis. Stop being
You're
such a crybaby.
supposed to lead us through here. What do you mean? Are we sure we want to do anything? This is your fucking job.
What you do, and the fact that you weren't helping the first time around, is frankly incomprehensible to me.
Do your job.
Okay, I'm doing my job. Let's keep going. And why are we yelling so much? We don't know what's in here.
Because you bring it out of us, Meepis. You brought it out of us from the very fucking beginning.
I hate you so much, you bitch.
Oh, you bitch.
Oh, you bitch.
Oh, you bitch.
Are you done? Are you bitches done? Can we move on?
Yes, we'll go. Okay, we'll go.
Charity is going to hold his hand back. Seamus, Drift Globe.
Yeah.
What's the drift globe?
That seems to work.
Light. And Charity will just sort of have it hover in front of him.
Okay. Yeah, you can see in front of you. You now see that to your left there's a small hallway. To your right there's a small hallway, and then up ahead, what opens up into a much larger cavern area, with some pedestals and maybe kind of a large stone dais up ahead.
So, Meepis.
And Burbage, as you step there,
I'm certain.
I'm kidding.
God damn it.
So Charity is also going to quickly try. Does guidance feel like it's working?
Yes.
Okay.
I'm sorry. Oh, no, guidance. I'm sorry. No, guidance wouldn't work. No.
Okay.
Yeah.
No, God, no.
Now that I think about it.
And then things like silver flame darts, etc. It doesn't seem like Charity can produce a spell.
Right. Correct.
Charity's going to sort of sigh.
unsheath both daggers, the dagger of warning and the stranger's dagger.
Okay.
All right, we do this the old-fashioned way.
If Charity can't produce spells, did it still cost spell slots to try Healing Word?
No. Nope, didn't.
Nice.
It just didn't activate. So Burbage, give me an investigation check with advantage because Meepis is helping. He's almost being a little annoying about it though. He's pointing out like every little thing.
Also, Clue is with us.
Yes, Clue is with us. A
Am I getting
13.
guidance?
I can't cast guidance.
No. Yeah.
Oh shit.
We're gonna fucking die.
Charity's going to hold up a hand. Okay, given what just happened, maybe Clem should also be helping with the looking for things. Ow.
Yeah,
That
I
was real
guess I
loud.
just thought we were paying this guy, but I'll help.
I've never been here before.
Then why is it an option to you?
I heard a rumor.
You're the
about this
literal
place.
worst, and I'm gonna roll. I want to investigate for traps.
Okay.
Is that just investigation?
Yep. 29.
29.
So you kind of step up then, take the lead a little bit here. You see that each of these hallways has another glyph on the wall on the right side of the wall, and so those appear to be very dangerous. You'd have to get closer to see if you could disarm in them, but that would probably take an Arcana check more than it would a investigation.
Yeah, I'll do an
Or a-
Arcana check.
More than a dex. A dex roll.
No, to check it, I think, to see if I need to
To-
disarm them.
No, but to disarm it, it would take.
Arcana.
Oh. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
Shit.
Oh, so which one are you going for? The left or right?
Oh, does anybody have any preference?
Also, are you actively trying to disarm them?
I was just trying to look into them and see how they work, maybe. And if there's a way to disarm them. You know, just trying to learn more about them.
Okay, so
Okay.
she would be at a slightly further remove from this. I was just
Fair,
looking
fair.
at Andy's like, oh God, which one are you
Yeah.
doing?
At some point, Andy's worried for his friends.
So, do people have a preference, left or right?
I don't know. We can
But
try left. Yeah. Correct.
Kari seems to have a.
Okay,
Yeah, a
so I go
premonition.
left, and my Arcana was 20.
With a 20, you're getting a sense that, yeah, this is proximity triggered, very incredibly powerful magics. All of them seem to be sound based, like that thunder again that was heard last time. Oh, also, Stormbringer, you are deafened for a bit here. You are having a really hard time hearing.
How far back did the last damage go? Like
It
how
only-
far? Okay.
Yeah, it was only 10 feet from the sigil.
Do I get the feeling like if I fire my crossbow at the sigil that it would make it go off but not hurt us?
With an Arcana 20, it's a living thing, you think.
What if we fired Meepis at the sigil?
Yes, that probably would work.
Do I have any living small animals in my bags?
You can look around for a bit, and yeah, you got a mouse that's digging around in there.
Oh no!
Charity's gonna be like, before we do that or use the rat, maybe we check in front.
Oh, like over, like directly ahead?
Yeah, the dais.
Yeah.
looks
Can I look
important.
around there too, Andy?
Sure thing. Yeah, you and Burbage and Meepis make your way up front here with
21.
with Randolph waddling behind. All of you feel a kind of another tremor in the ground, and you hear just a low rumble. Where did you?
Where did
go,
my
Jared?
token go? It like zipped off the bottom of the screen when I was trying to move it forward.
What in the world?
Weird.
I thought you had done it, and I'm like, wait, what is happening? What is happening?
Where in the world? Well, let's get a Charity out here again.
My dragging was being weird earlier. I had to restart Roll 20.
There we go. You see ancient dwarven again, written on the pedestal of what used to be a very large statue that is now crumbled. There's a slight raised platform of stone here, columns that have toppled over. Just what almost looks like the sandstone rotting away and crumbling around you. None of this looks good.
Do I get the feeling like this isn't the direction we should go, or I have no fucking idea?
You don't know. Yeah, I mean, there's a couple more openings up here.
Do I
to the
see any
left and to the
traps
right.
though, specifically?
Yeah, give me an no.
Just
We'll
My
go with that.
investigation was 21.
Yeah, it's this room seems pretty clear
Okay.
as you're
And-
walking around.
And she saw more of the ancient dwarvish.
Yes,
Oh, could I go up and read it if it seems clear?
sure.
You and Stormbringer want to take a crack at that?
You can both give me history, or one of you can advantage.
I'll give you advantage.
Okay.
I think you're better than me.
I have a 5.
I have 0.
That's a 14?
All right, a 14. You're able to make out most of this, and it seems to be a warning of some sort. None but her own may turn reality here. Only her children, and then you can't quite read the rest.
Who's her? And who are her children?
This was written on the bottom of this platform here.
Is there a statue on it or anything?
There's a crumbled statue.
Cool. I
That
put
you
it back
can-
together. What is it?
You can sift through the pieces. Give me an investigation. See if you can kind of put together some of the more identifying features. A 16.
16.
It takes a little bit to do this. Maybe about 10 minutes with some of the help of your friends. But you're able to put together a sigil that looks like the symbol of Ryn. You're pretty sure you're in an old temple of Ryn.
Given that we think it's a temple of Ryn, and the sort of phrasing of seeing things from all sides, and
Yeah.
I assume that both messages looked like they were the same, like from not the
right.
same content, but like done at the same time. It wasn't like one was scrawled on.
Correct.
Okay. And the idea of none but her children can turn reality, and my familiarity with the Church of Ryn, having been in Federo, does this
Yeah.
make any sense to me?
Give me a history check.
Yep, not great at those. Good enough. 21.
Oddly enough, you remember having a conversation with Ponway at one point
Oh, good.
that seemed to suggest that a lot of the priests of Ryn had a very specific. A lot of their magic was arcana based, and so priests of Ryn often were first wizards or mages of some sort, who then kind of took on the faith. Ryn was very much about the arcana and turning reality into something different. This does ring true for you with this. You're not exactly sure what her own mean. Probably priests of Ryn, or you don't know if Ryn actually had children somehow in this reality or something like that. But yeah, that's about as far as you get.
Charity's going to sort of look at it. I'll share all of that so that if anyone had any further conclusions from it.
Do I know anything about Ryn?
Not really. Yeah, this is.
Not my expertise.
Yeah, you're not super into the religion.
I mean, Ryn was kind of featured in the story of Aryan and Right Fang and everything, right?
Right. This is to your knowledge, this was the reason Arian went to go find a gift, was for this woman. This woman who would visit and set things in motion. Yeah.
Oh, I know that my ancestor presented Right Fang here to Ryn in ancient days. I wonder if, I don't know, if some of Ryn's magic was put into it. Maybe she touched it. Maybe.
I mean, worth a shot.
Stormberger, you notice that the statue is also barefoot. Just
See
an
the
odd,
statues.
yeah, little detail.
Statue's not got shoes on it. There's no shoes. There's no shoes. And I'm gonna point at my feet. No shoes. Feet. Shoes. Feet.
You can also hear again now. The ringing has stopped.
Okay, cool.
That's amazing. Isn't that a thing though that we've heard before, that Ryn walked around barefoot? I feel like that was in something we've heard or read.
We heard about a woman in that weird children's story. We don't know that it's Ryn for sure. But
The frog in the mountain.
Frog and shit, I don't know. And then also, I just control F barefoot in my notes. A woman walked barefoot through the snow and told the Goliaths a story about, this is like, I don't know, fuck. It's about, she said, but
You hear a tremor and a rumble again.
Andy, let me think.
Just saying what's happening.
So it was she knew about the pact with the Twilight Temples and the creature called Formidian, and she told them about the person who would break the link, which I guess was me. It sounded like I wrote in my notes that she might have been Ryn. I wrote in parentheses Ryn ? But I don't I don't know why we think that, except she's like the goddess.
So what were the words referring to? When it said only those of her, like her, whatever. What did it say?
None but her own may turn reality here. Only her children, something, something, something.
May turn reality here.
And
Does anybody like worship Ryn or something?
I mean, I'm sure lots of people worship Ryn.
Not here though.
Charity's going to sort of probably also mention that the turning reality, he was pretty sure, is a metaphor for magic, right?
Sure.
In sort of the way that they talked about it, it was the arcana of turning reality, changing reality. Charity's going to sort of go,
Gotcha.
her own, the Fates. Akari, you worship Eris, right?
Yes.
Can you use magic here?
I can try. I haven't yet.
Maybe, yeah, the cantrip or something?
I'll see. I'll try thaumaturgy. Let's see here.
Sure.
What does
Sorry, my computer
thaumaturgy?
just takes so long.
It just has a
Like,
bunch of
it's like
different
a big
effects.
sound, or yeah.
Changes your eye color, changes flames. It's one of the sort of utility cantrips.
Do we have any torches or anything around? What do we have around?
No,
for light?
I'm using
Yeah.
light from a drift globe. So
Okay.
Burbage has
Um,
bright fang out. He pulled it out when he was kind of wondering if it might be useful.
So I'm trying to change my eye color. Is it working, Andy?
You're trying to change your eye color to what?
Bright blue.
Everyone sees Akari's red eyes turn bright blue.
Oh shit.
Blue, not
Did it
white,
work?
right?
Blue, not white. Yeah.
Thank God.
So
Did it work?
it's like your eye. You tried to change your eyes blue.
Yeah.
You did. So adherents of Ryn or the Fates can use magic here. Good time for me to be a
Sweet.
godless heathen.
Wait, what if you just like converted like right now? Just like say you worship Ren. Can you use magic then?
If we're in a temple that is able to determine my affiliations to the point where I can't cast magic, I don't think I want to make. I don't think I want to try to edge case that one.
Well, just worship Ren. Be like, hey Ren, I worship you. You're awesome.
I don't
badass
think
if
that
you don't wear
about
shoes."
gods. Generally, they fuck with my life. No offense.
But you can take it back later. You can be like, actually, I think you should put some
See,
shoes
that's the kind of
on."
edge case where I'm not thinking this temple's going to be real happy with.
But you don't take it back until we're not in the temple.
Moving along. Okay, so
Clue kind of whinnies.
what's up, buddy?
It just kind of almost looks uncomfortable. Like he's just kind of pacing around a bit.
Andy has been
He doesn't
giving
like
us
it
so
here.
many like DM hints that we
I
need to like
know.
fucking deal with stuff and move on faster, and we're just like, no, we're just gonna fuck ourselves and die.
So the text we've had is the seeing things from all sides, which Clem thought was really literal. Like it wasn't have many different perspectives or like etc. Is Andy? Oh no, he blinked. I thought Andy was frozen.
Sorry, yeah.
But Clem's, just to make sure that I understood that correctly, Clem's
Yeah.
read was that was a more literal look at it from all sides.
Yes, yeah.
Is there anything we can look at from all sides?
Do we need to go to like every edge of the temple or something?
Oh God, I hope not.
Well, maybe we should just stand on all sides of a statue and look at it, and maybe it will reconstruct itself.
Let's try that quickly, and then I think we have to wander around because Clem's probably right.
All right, I'm gonna stand over here by the barefootsies. Dibs on the toesies.
There's no more of those sigil bombs in here, right, Clem?
Nah, just stay in
No
the
one here. Yeah.
stay in the room.
Okay.
All right, Burbage is on one side. Akari goes back.
Oh, that's fine. Whatever.
Clem is here. Meepis is next to Clem.
Great.
Did anything happen?
You see a light shimmer in the air where the statue should be. It's weird. It's almost as if there's like a shining metal that is just barely perceptible.
Maybe Hikari can cast magic into it or something?
Can I do an Arcana check just to see what I think this could be? Or like any check of what do I think this is, but I'm particularly thinking of magical effects.
Yeah. Yeah, give me an Arcana check.
God damn you dice. 11.
11. It's not an effect is the thing. It's almost as if it's like a very, very weak version of something. So maybe you're like on the right track, but this is not it. Nothing is really happening.
It's weak. Maybe the casting magic into it?
Yeah, I think Hikari should cast something.
Okay. I'll try Sacred Flame.
All right. Hikari kind of whips her hands around in the air. Bits of like gold flecks start to appear off her hair, and then a giant gout of flame shoots down from the sky, or from the top of this temple, which is about 20 feet up. As it dissipates, you still see the shimmering, but nothing seems to have changed.
Anyone see anything else?
Can Hikari go and touch the shimmering? Sorry,
Sure.
Hikari, I don't mean to like keep putting you out. It just seems like you're the special one, so I thought maybe you could touch it.
Sure. I walk up to the shimmering and put my hand out.
All right, you reach your hand out. Hikari, you're in a forest? You look around. The trees are tall. There's wind in the leaves this evening. It's warm. A small line of ants crawls up your hand as it's placed on a nearby tree, and you shake them off just a little bit. The rest of you just see Hikari Demarian, golden, bright hair, flowing in an unseen wind, touching what should be the statue itself. Her eyes glowing golden. And you hear another rumble. Charity, your blade, says, "Oh shit."
That's probably not a great sign.
Hmm.
Danger incoming, guys. Also, the blade seemed to have a personality for the first time. I don't know what to make of that.
Exploding out of the sand and the stone just south of you where you came from. A gigantic purple worm-like creature flops down, rumbling the ground around it. Its gigantic toothy maw just is grasping at the air, chomping. The horrible sounds that it's making. It roars one more time. And that's where we're going to end tonight's episode.
Oh.
So should Hikari not have stuck her hand into the metal thing?
I would have done it either way.
It was coming either way.
Yeah, I was gonna say, since we heard the rumbling, I'm like, yep, no, we've had our drums in the deep moment here.
The drums in the deep.
It's as if a loud noise would have called him. Anyway.
You were being very quiet.
You were doing great.
Literally, the first thing that happened was we hit the sound trap.
I can't believe we needed to tell Meepis to help us look for traps. That's
I mean, you
dumb.
asked, and he specifically wasn't. Yeah, you.
No, he's the worst.
Yeah. Thank you all for watching. Thanks for the players for playing. What's going on? Why? What? I don't even know. This is great. Thank you so much. We love you. We'll see you next time. What do we got coming up? So many October games are coming up. Tomorrow at 12 o'clock Mountain, 2 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, we have our first Halloween game, and that's going to be run by Heather, I believe. And that's going to be amazing. That should be a lot of fun. I think Adam's in that.
Yeah,
and
we're gonna play some
release tomorrow.
Cthulhu.
Ooh.
Should be a lot of fun. So tune in for that. And then our next one is on the 7th. And that's going to be a lot of fun too, but that'll be in the evening. So yeah, join our Discord at !point Discord if you want to get in on that pretty quickly, or to know about it. all the games that are upcoming. Otherwise, follow us on Twitter. And yeah, we love you very much. Thanks for hanging in there with us. We will talk to you later. Bye-bye.
Bye.
Bye. Bye bye. Good night.
The lonely she walks down beside the green river. My lady she was, and I bend my knee. One divine, my seraph, my heart to deliver. She gives me a small flower that I call Doom Lily. I love so completely, so true and so sweetly. But know that our story is so short, it must be. Every time that you show me that blue and white flower, reminds me of me, lady, who descended for thee. When she leaves me sighing, leaves me into darkness, I call to my love, please return back to me. For she gave me a child and departed as I smiled. But me lonely is a silver cross, a sea.